Oh my gosh, putting the social issues aside, I'll just spend a few minutes talking about the economic and financial issues and ramifications of the past 24 hours. It's pretty clear that middle class America is sick and tired of traditional political elites, the lobbying, and the Washington establishment in general. So, en masse, they have voted for a new direction. The global economy is on the improve, and I don't think Donald Trump wants to send America backwards financially. In fact, the opposite. He enthusiastically spruiks the opposite. But what about his crazy policies and promises, you might ask? Well, what about his outlandish statements, such as forcing Apple to make iPhones in the USA? Well, I'm convinced that most Trump voters haven't fully thought through the ramifications of part of what they voted for. Many Americans are disillusioned and frustrated with their current financial health, their spiraling personal debt, and their lack of disposable income. And yet, bringing manufacturing back to America in a forced fashion will result in a higher price for the product. It is just simple arithmetic that the cost of production of an item in the developed world, i.e. the USA, is higher than the cost of production in the developing world, i.e. China. So, are middle-class Americans going to be willing to spend more money that they don't have on an identical item just for the privilege of having them made in the USA? Personally, I don't think so, which leads me to conclude that many of his extreme ideas and statements are just that. They're unworkable ideals that won't eventuate. When I spoke recently on presidential elections and share markets, I stated that investment markets don't like uncertainty. From a financial viewpoint, Donald Trump winning is not the end of the world, but I have no doubt his leadership will result in a reasonable dollop of uncertainty, at least at the outset, and uncertainty brings ups and downs in share price movements. So what does this mean for clients and their investment portfolios? Are we changing the way we invest? Highly unlikely. What we are doing is we're revisiting our clients' portfolios to ensure they have adequate shock absorbers in place as we enter what will likely be an extended period of choppy markets or volatility. And for our long-term money, we continue to allocate that to investments that are in fact productive businesses. Businesses that create value. They innovate, they create jobs, and they deliver returns for shareholders. The basic premise of capitalism will not change under this new leadership. As I speak, it's just after 10 o'clock on Thursday morning, the 10th of November. The Australian stock market is up just over 3%, having fallen almost 2% yesterday. I seem to recall being at my desk yesterday afternoon and receiving a plethora of news stories about the pending stock market crash that will eventuate if Donald Trump actually wins. Well, I think one thing this highlights again is that basing your investment plan on a journalist's view is a recipe for disaster. Predicting the future share markets is difficult, if not impossible, so we don't enter that pastime as it is certain to result in failure. We remain highly diversified, control the things we can, and accept an appropriate level of risk. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns about how your investments are positioned, please contact me.